2023 Hyundai Ioniq 5. A little bit of 1980s 8-bit styling mixed with some seriously impressive new-era electrification, the Hyundai Ioniq 5 dazzles as a fast-charging SUV with notable driving range. The lineup spans a 168 HP, single-motor, rear-drive Ioniq 5 with an EPA estimated 220 miles of range up to a 320 HP, all-wheel drive, dual-motor unit with an estimated 266 miles of range. The big range, single-motor, rear-drive model with 303 miles of range is among the furthest driving EVs sold today for under $60,000. Its 350 kW DC fast charging capacity is the real hero, though, enabling charging speeds as quick as those offered by far more expensive and luxurious EVs such as the Porsche Taycan and Lucid Air. Inside the Ioniq 5, there's plenty of room, with more rear passenger space than both the Ford Mustang Mach-E and Volkswagen ID.4. With a wide spread of pricing and range availability, the Ioniq 5 makes a compelling choice for anyone taking the first swing at EV ownership. What's new for 2023? As the Ioniq 5 just debuted last year, Hyundai makes subtle equipment changes, but enough to bump its EPA rating higher in a few areas. All-wheel drive models now get an EPA estimated 266 miles of range, up from last year's 256-mile rating. They also now have slightly higher MPG ratings. A battery heating system and preconditioning function are now standard on all models. Finally, in the rare chance you tow something with the Ioniq 5, know that the maximum tow rating for SEL and limited models is up to 2,300 pounds. Going big will get you home when it comes to the 2023 Ioniq 5. That's why we'd recommend the rear-drive SEL trim with an EPA estimated 303 miles of range and 225 horsepower for well under $50,000. It comes standard with a hands-free power liftgate, artificial leather upholstery, ambient interior lighting, a heated steering wheel, wireless charging, and more. The Ioniq 5 has an electric-only powertrain that's available in multiple potencies. The standard range battery paired with a single, rear-mounted electric motor generates 168 horsepower. With the longer range battery, the rear-drive configuration generates 225 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque, which Hyundai says will propel the Ioniq 5 to 60 miles per hour in 7.4 seconds. The all-wheel drive version is much more powerful, with 320 horses and a substantial 446 pound-feet, and quicker, too. It catapulted to 60 miles per hour in 4.5 seconds at our test track. The Ioniq 5 we drove demonstrated its smoothness on a variety of road surfaces, and its wide for an EV tires combined with a low center of gravity made it feel athletic going side to side. We only wish its steering provided more feedback and the suspension was a smidge firmer. With the standard 58.0-kWh battery pack, the Ioniq 5 is estimated to provide 220 miles of range. The larger 77.4-kWh pack is rated at 266 miles with dual motors and 303 miles with a single motor. The dual motor model went 210 miles on a full charge on our 75 mph real-world range test. When it comes to charging, Hyundai says the larger battery can be replenished from 10 to 80% in around 18 minutes when plugged into a DC fast charger. It's also said to add 68 miles in about 5 minutes. We tested this claim and confirmed that the Ioniq 5 can indeed be charged this quickly. The Ioniq 5 with the long-range battery and rear-wheel drive has a combined EPA rating of 114 mpg, adding all-wheel drive drops that estimate to 101 mpg, up from 98 last year. With rear-wheel drive and standard range battery, the EV SUV is expected to get 113 mpg combined. The dual-motor Ioniq 5 we tested on our 75 mph highway route, which is part of our extensive testing regimen, went 210 miles on a single charge. For more information on the Ioniq 5's fuel economy, visit the EPA website.